So I have ADHD, and one of the blessings that comes with that is that thoughts that normally go through a other person's head, of hundreds of thousands of thoughts a day, I am blessed, and I have to look at it that way, of having hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of thousands of thoughts going through my head at millions of miles an hour every day. Anyone who's had the misfortune of hanging out or spending time with me over the last few years when I didn't really know or wasn't really able to kind of get a handle on this will know sometimes talking to me is like walking into a brain explosion. As you know from my little videos that I've been making through this time, I've been using these to hold myself accountable to what I'm going to do and try and maintain my focus, because it's getting distracted. Man, things happen fast. So probably my life changed for the better. Probably, I don't know, I woke up probably about 2 years ago and started making some focused changes in terms of my kind of physical health and looking after myself a bit more mentally. And all of the books and everything that I've ever read and wanted to kind of get stuck back into, I started to read again and started to read and pay a bit more attention, and chose to pay attention and chose to notice things and chose to appreciate things even more. So goal setting for me would normally start with, in the past, the list goes down on at the end of December, beginning of January. You've written them down almost like a to-do list. You throw them in the drawer, and before you know it, 365 days later, you pull it out the drawer and you've not really got very far. Been really focused during the last 11 weeks of writing my goals down. My goals not as a to-do list. The goals part of who I am and my vision for the future and my quest to be a better human not only to myself, to those around me, but I want to make a difference. I feel I've got an inordinate amount to give, and I'd like to share it in an appropriate manner and hope that people get some fun out of it, speeds up their learning, helps them with things that perhaps they couldn't talk about or couldn't understand themselves. So it's been a bit of a challenging week for me this week in relation to, I think I've been getting distracted. So I've revisited my goals and I've just not been relentless enough. I've just not been disciplined enough. Not disciplined as in whack me with a stick, just disciplined as in focus. I think I've lightened up a little bit in terms of my why and why I want to achieve these things. So kind of time for me to step up and supersize things. So what are you doing to step up and supersize any changes or thoughts that you've had to make your lives a little bit better, or to make your lives of the people around you a little bit better? Are you really focused on them? Have you written them down and put them in the drawer, or on your screensaver every single day? Are you looking at them and reading them and moving towards them? And that's something that I'm going to be fanatical about now. Every single day, and just making little tweaks, because when you do revisit them, you kind of see how much progress you're making, and you get caught up in the, wow, this journey is pretty freaking awesome. And that's what it's all about. It's all about the journey to get to this destination and what you learn on the way and your experiences en route. So revisit your goals, check that you are doing the things that you need to do to make yourself better, to progress and move forwards. Get out of your own way. Sometimes you get tangled up in your own head, so get out of your own way, because I know that I do that, and get out of your comfort zone. I think I've actually got a little bit comfortable with all the changes that I've made over the last 11 weeks, being trapped in physical distancing health resort. So I've got a bit comfortable, so time for me to step it up too. So what are you going to do today to step up your kind of goals, your focus on yourself and making yourself a better human? Have a great day, people.